for this next video, you're gonna need 2 pairs of socks and a chair. So go ahead and go get those and then we'll get started. I already have one on, but we're gonna take these socks and interlace them between our toes. If that's something that weirds you out, then you don't have to do this. You're just gonna have to sit through me doing it really quick. So what I like to do, you can do this from a seated position, but I'm just gonna do it right here. With my sock facing up, I'm gonna put it through my pinky toe and then just weave it throughout all my other toes. And then I like to put it around my big toe a second time so that it looks like this. After we have this, the chair height is dependent on you. This one's a little high, but make something work. Take your left foot and step it on top of the chair. Let's fix that real quick. And keeping those toes spread, all I'm gonna do is just rock forward and backwards, being sure to not cause any knee pain. We're just trying to stretch out our calf and soleus. Again, a lower surface is a lot easier to work with, but we're working on adding a little bit of pressure into the foot to help stretch the bottom of the feet. If you haven't seen the other 2 videos, you might want to revisit those just so you can, benefit from this a little bit better. Go ahead, switch sides. Rocking forward and backwards, making sure that the glute that is straight, you're trying to keep it activated. And by glute, I mean leg is straight. Good. Really making sure you're pressing through that big toe and then move it back. So you can also hold on to the back of the chair. Next, Prancing Pony. So this one's, I think it's a lot of fun. It's gonna feel weird with socks between your toes, but we're going to lift up onto our toes, trying not to let the heels fall outwards. From here, step the right foot forward and then lower the right heel. Step the left foot forward, lift up off the right heel, like you're balancing, but you have 2 separate lines. Drop the left heel, step the right foot forward, stay balanced, keep the glute squeezing, lower the right heel, step the left foot next to the right. From here, slide the left foot back, keep the heel lifted, lift the right heel, lower the left heel, slide the right foot back, lift the left, lower the right. So you're just articulating your foot in a different fashion. This video is a little bit more standing up than the other videos, so if you want to get off your feet, you can look at videos 1 and 2. So that's Prancing Pony. You can do that as many times forward and backwards as you want. You just want to make sure that when you're stepping backwards, your heel isn't dropping inwards. So that's something to really think about when you're stepping back. You want to keep reaching your heel outwards so that you land with a neutral foot as opposed to still encouraging the bad habit of toes turned out, because that means something needs to be activated at the hip. So give a few of those a go and we'll move on to the next exercise. After our Prancing Pony, go ahead and turn one way on your mat. Feet are wider than hip distance apart. Take your hands into your hip flexors. So you find where the hip bones are and just sit back a little bit. You'll be able to find them, that squishy part. Push your hands into there and just alternate bending each knee. You want to make sure both your toes are pointing forward and squeezing both the glutes together as you shift back and forth. This can be based on how low you get. So everybody's at a different level. You can also hold on to a chair or a wall. Just move back and forth. Not forgetting to breathe, because that's important too. Good. And even out your sides. From here, we'll let our feet breathe. and come into our last exercise, which I think is super fun. So you can do this in a seated position. I like to do it from standing because it gets my legs a little bit more involved. Look down at all 10 of your toes, and then try to only lift your big toes. And then do that a few times. Only lift your big toes. It might take more than one try. And then hold the big toes down and only lift your little toes. And do that a few times. You can do it fast or slow. Slow is a little bit better for you, just because you can really make the muscles of the foot work. And then lift all 10 toes and only put your big toes down. And see what your hands are doing. Because sometimes they like to act like they're magic wands. Good. And then only the little toes. And then see if you can pinky toe, ring toe, middle toe, second toe, big toe, and then reverse. And then see if you can put down big toe, second toe. That one's way harder, so good luck with that. Make weird faces if you need to. Last but not least, I'll show on this foot, but you can do it with both feet at the same time. You really want to pull your toes back towards your heel. You can see how that creates an arch in the bottom of my foot. So as if you had a towel, you can maybe even have a towel to help work this, to slowly scrunch the towel and bring it in. This is going to help your plantar fasciitis, possibly, depending on what's going on. But this is definitely great for helping raise that arch of your foot, and you can do that on the left one too. You can either hold it stagnantly or have that washcloth and just slowly try to start to bring it in.